Yes, I can't, unfortunately, I can't carry the rank to the supermarket, you know. I know discount.
Yeah. Afternoon, Major President.
Yes.
Are you in a position you can give Leo a call? He's been calling me about 3 times.
All right, let me try him.
Just call me before you start. Yes.
Yes, one step.
He's trying to get in, but I keep sending the link and it doesn't go through.
What has changed in terms of the medical
does he have anybody to help him? Because I sent him the link as well as the flyer in his WhatsApp.
Yes, he has someone with him.
Okay. So he let me see if I can send it again.
Did you send him the link or just the flyer?
No, I sent him both. I'm gonna do it again. Welcome. I just sent it again.
Yes, I'm calling him.
Mm-hmm.
The new cases of the coronavirus on Monday. The overall case count is now 15,793. 3 deaths were reported, pushing the death toll to 1,134.
Stuart.
Hey, Satrell, how you doing?
Not bad. Listen now. I've heard from the Kiwanis club here pronunciation of evening as evening, and I'm sure that person is either from Clarendon or Trelawney.
That's right. You're unmuted.
Yes, be careful. I'm sure you have people from Trelawney and Clarendon online.
Remember, we have Division 24 and Division 25, you know.
25, yes.
We have to be careful.
I forget that we had visitors, huh?
Yes, DP Leo Chung has asked me to apologize for him. So we're going to proceed. So DP Desmond, just checking that you're queued and you can mute all microphones so that we can start.
Nice entry, Scott. Well timed.
Okay. Fellow Kiwanians and guests, this meeting of the Kiwanis Club of Kingston and the Kiwanis Club of Santa Cruz is hereby called to order. I now invite DP Desmond Batchelor to play the national anthem. Ask everyone to stand and face the flag. I now invite DS Christine Bernard of the Kiwanis Club of Santa Cruz to lead us in the objects of Kiwanis International.
Good night, fellow Kiwanians and guests. Objects of Kiwanis International. To give primacy to the human and spiritual rather than to the material values of life. To encourage the daily living of the Golden Rule in all human relationships. To promote the adoption and application of higher social, business, and professional standards. To develop by precept and example a more intelligent, aggressive, and serviceable citizenship. To provide through Kiwanis clubs a practical means to form enduring friendships, to render altruistic service, and to build better communities. To cooperate in creating and maintaining that sound public opinion and high idealism which make possible the increase of righteousness, justice, patriotism, and goodwill.
Thank you. The Kiwanis Club of Santa Cruz will lead the invocation.
VP Michelle. Distinguished President Michelle.
I'm sorry, I started and I didn't unmute. So fellow Kiwanians and guests, let us reverence our hearts before God at this moment and join me in prayer. Lord, we want to thank you for another opportunity to gather in this fashion. Lord, COVID has done so many things, but one of the things it has not done is prevent us from meeting and gathering together. Thank you for the opportunity, for the virtual opportunity that we can meet and fellowship together. Lord, distance has not separated us because tonight we are joined by distant friends and colleagues. And Lord, we want to thank you for that opportunity. Guide our thoughts, guide the proceedings, and Lord, for who will travel after this meeting, I pray that you may grant genuine mercies. These and other mercies we ask, in Jesus' name I pray, amen.
Amen. I now invite President Desreen to bring her opening remarks.
Good night, fellow Kiwanians and guests. It really is my pleasure, as well as that of my club, to bring greetings to all of us. I hail this opportunity. Kingston has always been a club that's close to our hearts, and in reaching out to us, we were happy to accept the invitation, seeing that interclubbing opportunities have changed so much, you know, but we are happy to be here. We're happy that we're joining with you. We know we are going to have a wonderful evening, and I know that what is in store is in the spirit of Kiwanis as we do God's work here on earth. Have a good evening, all. I wish it for all of us, and we're all looking forward to hearing our guest speaker. Thank you.
Thank you, President Desreen. President-elect designate Paul Peart will bring the welcome and introduction of members, visiting clubs, and SLPs.
Yes, good evening, everyone. Thank you very much, President Richard, President Desreen. Welcome. I mean, it's a pleasure to have you joining with us this evening as we fellowship. And of course, I want to extend a special welcome to our guest speaker, joining us all the way from Uganda. It's an absolute pleasure to have you this evening, fellowship with us, and we look forward to, as my President Richard and President Desiree said, an interesting meeting. Of course, we will take the roll call of clubs that are visiting, and I will start with clubs that are visiting from outside of Jamaica. Are there any clubs?
Thank you. Yes, this is Richard Olmsted. I am visiting you from California, from the California, Nevada, Hawaii district. And I'm looking forward to hearing what my friend Michael has to say tonight. Thank you very much to Kiwanis Club of Kingston. And it's good to see the Santa Cruz Club too. Thank you.
Thank you very much for joining us, and it's always a pleasure to have you. Are there any other clubs that are visiting with us from overseas? Okay. If not, we move to clubs that are within our division. So we move to clubs that are from the division 25.
Good evening.
Yes, good evening.
IPP Doreen from Anchovy, Cambridge. I'm bringing warm greetings to you and your members and friends from all over. And I'm looking forward to a very enjoyable meeting. Thank you. I'm alone at the moment.
Okay, welcome IPP Doreen. Thanks for joining. Are there any other clubs from Division 25?
Yes, good evening. This is President Lorraine from Division 25 online, Jamaica. I am looking forward to a wonderful evening. I too would like to hear how Uganda is proceeding in the Kiwanis movement. Thank you for your invitation and best of a good meeting.
Thank you very much, President Lorraine. It's always a pleasure to have you. Are there any other clubs from Division 25?
Yes, good evening, President-elect Paul. This is President Nadine from the Kiwanis Club of Hopewell. We are indeed happy to be in on your meeting this evening. We look forward to a wonderful evening with you, as well as our other club, sister club, Kiwanis Club of Santa Cruz. Always a pleasure joining you all. There are 4 of us on the call this evening. Blessings.
Thank you very much, President Nadine, and your delegation for joining. It's a pleasure to have you as well.
Thank you.
Can I move to Division 24?
Sorry, Division 25.
My apologies. Yes, go ahead, please.
A pleasant evening, everyone. This is President K from the Kiwanis Club of Providence, Montego Bay. On with us it is indeed a pleasure to be on with you. Today we have with us LG Colleen. We have DP Joy Ford. We have President-designate Taj Cobham and Chairman Nicole on with us. We look forward to an exciting evening this evening. Thank you for having us.
Thank you very much for joining President K and your delegation. Are there any other clubs from Division 25?
Yes.
Yes.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
This is PD Marshalline from the Kiwanis Club of Darliston Supreme, bringing you greetings on behalf of the club and our president. I am alone at the moment, but I'm sure others will be joining shortly. Thank you so much for the invitation. Looking forward to a great meeting.
Thank you for joining as well. It's a pleasure to have you. Can I move to Division 24?
Good evening, PE. Just before you move to Division 24, this is District Trustee Designate Dwight from the Kiwanis Club of Westmoreland Capital. I'm happy to join you this evening. I'm alone. I expect a delegation to turn up. I'm not sure what is happening. So we bring you warm greetings and trust that we'll have a fantastic time together. Have a wonderful evening.
Yes, thank you very much. Thank you. Okay, any clubs from Division 24? Division 23 West. Division 23 East.
Good evening, PE Paul.
Yes, good evening.
It is indeed a pleasure for us to be interclubbing with you, Santa Cruz and Kingston this evening. We're really looking forward to the presentation by our Ugandan representative. Really do hope that it will be a very edifying and fruitful meeting this evening. Interclubbing with you this evening, I have DP Winston and I'm President Sylvester from the Kiwanis Club, Eastern Kingston and Port Royal. Other members are expected to join as the meeting progresses. Thank you.
Thank you very much, President Sylvester and the delegation for joining. Okay, are there any other clubs from Division 23 East? Division 23 Central? Okay, are there any SLPs that are interclubbing with us this evening? Would you identify your club and your numbers in your delegation?
PD Paul. Oh, sorry.
Yes, go ahead, PD. That's downtown. Yes, go ahead.
PD Paul, good night.
Yes.
And President Major Reese, it is an opportunity to be with you tonight. Others are coming. I really want to listen to my African brother. I am here to support him and support you. I am looking forward for a good meeting tonight.
Yes, thank you very much, PD Ishmael.
Okay.
Yes.
Good night, everyone. President Debra Heron of the St. Hugh's High School Key Club here with you tonight. Hoping for more to follow behind. Looking very, very, very ready to hear what is going on in our motherland.
Thank you very much for joining. Are you alone or expecting others to join you shortly?
I am indeed alone, expecting others to follow shortly.
Okay, good. Welcome, welcome. Are there any other SLPs?
Yes, KRO from the Kingston College Key Club. And with me, I have President Kijani Williams also. Looking forward to a great meeting. Thank you.
Okay, welcome, welcome. Thanks for joining. Okay, can we move? Are there any visitors of Kiwanians that are fellowshipping with us this evening?
Oh, hi. Good evening.
Yes, good evening.
I am the senior regular visitor here.
Yes, it's good to have you.
Looking forward to this evening.
Okay, wonderful.
Thank
Thanks for joining as usual.
Thank you.
Yes. Are there any other visitors of Kiwanians?
Hello.
Yes, good evening.
Good evening to you all. My name is Semanda Daus from Kiwanis Club in PG, Uganda. And Richard is my colleague, Nkwanga Richard. Sorry, Nkwanga Michael. The main presenter today is my colleague. We are just in different states. I'm so happy and delighted to be here.
Yes, thank you very much for joining. And of course, we do look forward for your support, and of course, glad that you can share with us in the fellowship and to lend support to your colleague as well.
Okay.
Yes. Okay, President Richard and President Desireen.
PD Paul.
Yes, yes, President.
23 Central. 23 Central, President Paulette, Kiwanis Club of Friends Across Borders, presidents of Kingston and Santa Cruz. We're happy to be here with you from KCFAB. We're delighted to be listening to President-Designate Michael and President-elect Michael, and we are currently 6 in numbers from the Kiwanis Club of Friends Across Borders. So we're looking forward to a very interesting, informative, and fellowshipping evening. Thank you.
Yes, thank you very much, President Paulette, and to your delegation for joining.
Also, bringing greetings on behalf of the Kiwanis Club of Linstead. We joined a little bit late, but we are excited to be here and we're looking forward to a wonderful meeting. I'm President Kevin, and I will update my numbers in the chat as soon as it becomes available. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, President Kevin. It's always good to have you.
PD Paul.
Yes, good evening, dear Giga.
Greeting everyone. It is good to be on. Joining a little late, but and I'm hoping others will join. At the moment, I don't see any, so bring your greetings. Have a wonderful meeting with Santa Cruz.
Yes, thank you very much, dear Giga.
PD Paul.
Yes.
Good evening. Good evening to you. Good evening to all the members of the Kiwanis Club of Kingston and the Kiwanis Club of Santa Cruz. It's my pleasure being here with you. This is LG Colleen. Thanks for having me.
Okay, thank you for joining us, LG Colleen. Okay, then President Richard and President Desiree. I think that's complete. That complete my role. And
Thank you.
Yes, thank you, President Desiree Paul. The Kiwanis Club of Kingston, I have one apology from DP. Our State Patrol Sarge tendered an apology. So we have an emerging Sarge tonight. I hope he'll be gentle with everyone. And I'm inviting President Desiree to indicate if there are any apologies from the Kiwanis Santa Cruz.
Not at the moment, President Richard. Not at the moment.
Yes, thank you. We now move to
President Richard.
Yes.
PD Benny is not an emerging Sarge, so he's an established Sarge.
Yes.
And I'm sure that he will let it be known that he's established. He has made his name before.
Okay, so he will exact the fines. Yes. I also wish to especially welcome DP Leo Chung. I know you had some technical difficulties joining, and we're happy to have you. For recognition of birthdays and anniversaries, VP Designate Newton Ramdal will lead in this segment, and we invite the Kiwanis Club of Santa Cruz also to join us in that recognition.
Thank you, President Richard. Good evening, everybody. Good evening, Reverend Stottrell. Good evening, sir. All right, for birthdays and recognitions for this week, well, we all know by now that today is the birthday of Chairman Errol Hamilton. I've seen a lot of persons saying happy birthday to him, so happy birthday to you, sir. On Thursday, which is the 15th of July, it is the birthday of none other than DP Desmond Batchelor. That's this Thursday coming up. On the 18th.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Oh, you're most welcome, sir. On the 18th, will be the birthday of Minerva, and she is the wife of Kiwanian Hamlin Pagan. And on the 19th, it will be the birthday of past treasurer Orville Lewis. We have one anniversary this week, and it's PC Lowell Mason and Loretta. Their anniversary is on the 19th. And I must remember also to say happy birthday to the Dapper Don himself, President Joshua Brown of Michael Circle K, whose birthday will be on the 17th of this month. So I will now, through President Richard, pass back to Santa Cruz. And then after that, I guess we will invite anyone else who is celebrating any special day to let us know about it. So back to you, President Richard.
Thank you. President Desiree, over to you for any recognition of birthdays.
Thank you, President. I don't think there are any birthdays for Santa Cruz we usually do it for the week gone, up to today.
Okay.
Okay,
right.
but I have a birthday wish for everyone who has a birthday from last Tuesday until next Tuesday. You do yours until next Tuesday?
No, we
Yes,
do it.
yes, we do from today until next Monday because we meet.
Until next Monday. So from
That's
last
right.
Tuesday to next Monday, here's your birthday wish. On your special day, I wish you receive the lost opportunities of yesterday and the bright chances of tomorrow. May your day be filled with presents, both real and spiritual. Happy birthday.
Yes. Thank you. DLG William Reeson will now bring us Kiwanis education, after which DP Stuart Spencer will introduce our guest speaker. Over to you, DLG William.
Good evening, President Richard, member of the Kiwanis Club of Kingston, President Desiree, and members of the Kiwanis Club of Santa Cruz, visitors, and guests. Last week, we looked at the bylaws and policies under the standard form for club bylaws and policies. This evening, I thought we just quickly look at Article 8, which has to do with funds and accounting. Monies received for club service activities, regardless of source, may be used only for service activities. Separate accounting records must be maintained for service funds and administrative funds. By October 15th, the board will adopt separate budgets of estimated income and expenses for the administrative and service funds of the club. The club's financial records will be examined annually by either a qualified accounting firm or a standing financial review committee as provided in club policy. The club's accounting records will be available for inspection by the accounting firm or the committee and upon request by the president or board. A written report of the annual financial examination shall be submitted to the board. The board determines the official depositories of club funds and designates the persons authorized to pay club charges. Club membership dues, fees, and other assessments as provided in club policy must be approved by 2/3 vote of the members present and voting, provided at least 14 days previous notice of the vote and proposed amount is given to the members. The club board will provide for the prompt payment of all dues, fees, and other obligations to Kiwanis International and to its district and federation, if any. Finally, if this club ceases operations for any reason, the club board will provide for proper distribution of club funds or other assets in accordance with applicable law. Funds or assets not otherwise designated will be transmitted to the Kiwanis International Foundation or the District Foundation. President Richard and guests, that's the Kiwanis education for this evening. Thank you.
Thank you, DLG. To introduce our guest speaker, I now invite DP Stuart Spencer to make that introduction.
Thank you, President Richard. And fellow Kiwanians and guests and President Desiree, it is indeed my pleasure to introduce our guest speaker this evening. And what he said me, sometimes we kind of like to modify things a little bit. But when I read it again and again, I said, I'm gonna read it exactly like how he sent it to me, because I think that is gonna give you the best opportunity to know who he is. So let me go ahead. My name is Nkwanga Michael, a Ugandan male, aged 24 years. I was born to the family of Mr. Kitsa Peter and Miss Babulia Edith on the 12th of April, 1997 in Busai, Iganga district in the eastern part of Uganda. I was born in a family of 6 children and raised by a single mother after our father passed on in 2002. I am an accountant by profession, did complete a diploma in accounting and finance, and currently pursuing a diploma in administrative law at the Law Development Center in Uganda. I'm also an advocate for the rights of women, children, and persons living with disabilities. I'm the current speaker of the Youth Livelihood Coalition in Uganda. Since joining Kiwanis in 2018, I've served as the in charge of projects in Kiwanis Club of Nakawa, and now the president-elect for the Kiwanis Club of Kasese. I grew up in situations a little similar to the kids I extend a hand to today. I grew up seeing people I would never wish to be like and living in situations I would never wish for anybody. I knew there were kids that were going through the same or even much worse. I always wanted to make a difference. I just didn't know how. I remember taking food from the house to give other kids that didn't have, not even minding what we had wasn't enough for us as well. Each time I go to orphanages, slums, and abandoned homes, it perfectly feels like home. Uplifting lives of less privileged and disadvantaged people are always a dream I had. Was always a dream I had. I wanted them to believe in themselves. I wanted them to be hopeful. I wanted to tell them I love them and I care about their condition. I found a way. I found a purposeful, inspirational, motivational, and pleasant life in charity. I found life in Kiwanis. Toast to more years of serving the children of the world. Warm regards to everyone. Yours in service, Nkwanga Michael. And ladies and gentlemen, after that, I present to you Nkwanga Michael.
Thank you so much, Stuart Spencer.
I'm sorry, I'm going to mute everyone.
You're welcome.
And I'll ask you, Michael, to unmute yourself hereafter.
Yes, hello.
We're hearing you. Go ahead.
Thank you so much, Stuart Spencer, for the wonderful introduction. It was such a lovely one. First, I would like to thank everybody for having spared precious time to be on this platform. The feeling is heavenly. I'm actually feeling Jamaican right now. My name is Nkwanga Michael. I was born on the 12th of April, 1997, to the family of Mr. Kiza Peter and Miss Babulia Edith. I'm 24 years old, and I come from a family of 6 children in Busai, Iganga district, in the eastern part of Uganda. I recently completed a diploma in accounting and finance at Chambogo University, and I am currently pursuing a diploma in administrative law at the Law Development Center in Uganda. I am an accountant by profession and a teacher by choice. I am a self-proclaimed activist for the rights of children, women, and people living with disabilities. My charity journey started so many years ago. I began to embrace the joy and the happiness of being able to extend a hand to the less privileged and disadvantaged societies as soon as I could understand. Growing up, living with people I never wished to be like, and living in situations I honestly would never wish for anybody was very instrumental in my shaping. Deep down, I knew there were very many children that were living probably in the same conditions or even much worse. I wanted to show them I love them. I cared about what they were going through. I wanted to lift them up, and I was very empathetic about what they were going through. I so much wanted to spread the love, joy, the happiness. I wanted kids to believe in themselves. I wanted to show them I love them. I wanted to uplift their standard. But then the most unfortunate bit was I was not even sure how best I could do this. As a young boy, I had so many dreams, thinking one day when I grow up and I'm probably rich, I would extend a hand to the less privileged and disadvantaged society. But in December 2018, I found out about Kiwanis and learned that small things in the right direction actually mattered. I realized I could serve one child at a time. And after I found out about Kiwanis, my dreams changed a little. I now did not have to wait to get rich. I only had to start. I found a life in Kiwanis, a dream turned to reality in Uganda. My country, Uganda, is located in East Africa, neighbored by Kenya in the east, Democratic Republic of Congo in the west, Tanzania in the south, Southern Sudan in the north, Rwanda and Burundi in the southwest. Uganda got her independence in 1967 and is seated on approximately 241,037 square kilometers. Uganda has a total population of about 44.27 million people, according to the 2019 statistics. Shockingly, how more than a quarter of this population lives below the poverty line. Uganda is a very beautiful country with very wonderful tourist attractions, and this is why it was referred to as the Pearl of Africa. Thank you so much, Kiwanis Club of Kingston and the Kiwanis Club of Santa Cruz, for providing me such a wonderful opportunity to share with you all about the Kiwanis movement in Uganda. I met Kiwanis Club of Jamaica on Facebook. I liked the page and started to follow. Deep down, I was very sure a time would come when I would interact with somebody from the club at least. And that is when I met Sir Stuart Spencer. The same curiosity with which you probably want to know what happens in Uganda is the same curiosity with which I wanted to know what happens in Jamaica, the beautiful things there, the wonderful projects that the Kiwanis clubs in Jamaica are doing for the community. I must admit, clubs in Jamaica are really very attractive, doing a good job, and so impressive. In Africa, we can zero down our status quo to Uganda. The largest percentage of children grow up in absolute poverty, domestic violence, neglection, low self-esteem, lots of rejection, lack of basic necessities, lacking role models, and girls exchanging sex for pads. Lots of feminine starvation. The education system is crippled, poor health services, sexual offenses like rape, defilement, and sexual malice. There is little or even no access to education in some parts of the country, and many other problems. I want to think all this cripples the growing up of children in a certain way. The Kiwanis movement in Uganda is a dream that had no direction at first. However, over time, It has turned into a beautiful reality with lots of perfection. Planning for Kiwanis in Uganda started in 2018. The first club started its operation in 2019, and that was the Kiwanis Club of Wakiso. In Uganda, we consider Kiwanis Club Wakiso our mother club. In 2019, planning for Kiwanis Club Nakawa started, and Kiwanis Club Nakawa kicked off its operation in June 2020. I am a member in Kiwanis Club Nakawa.
They're not hear every word. I'm not hearing because I turn it off. I turn off the mute, I mute it. So I'm trying to lock off the phone.
We're hearing you. We're hearing you.
And someone seems to have admitted, just to recap, Kiwanis Club Wakiso started in 2019. That is our mother club in Uganda. And then Kiwanis Club Nakawa, its planning started in 2019 and its operation started in 2020. I am a member in Kiwanis Club Nakawa and at the same time coordinate all our projects. Kiwanis Club Nakawa has been very fundamental in forming 3 more other clubs. We have Kiwanis Club Rila in the northern part of Uganda, and the newest 2 clubs, Kiwanis Club Mpigi and Kiwanis Club Kasese. Mr. Semanda Deusdedit, he's on the platform right now, is the president of Kiwanis Club Kasese. I would like to thank him for logging in to listen to me share about the Kiwanis movement in Uganda. The idea of Kiwanis has continued to blossom throughout Africa, and this, I must say, there are increasingly so many clubs in lots of countries in Africa. We have Kiwanis Club Lusaka in Zambia, and it is actually doing very well. We also have one club in Kenya, very new, but doing very amazing and wonderful work, and that is the Kiwanis Club of Kajiado. I must be very honest and say, at the start of Kiwanis, it wasn't a very warm reception, but the fruits of our works are speaking volumes in the lives of so many people. We carry out quite a number of projects, and we categorize these projects in different sectors. We continue to lend a hand to the education sector, to the health sector, and to the entire community at large. In the education sector, we visit schools, we visit learning centers, and we share scholastic materials. We mentor, we inspire, we motivate, and train practical skills. For example, we have been to Udondo Primary School, we have been to Nabisusa Girls School, and taught girls how to make reusable pads, taught children how to make liquid soap. Most of the times, we often sell off this liquid soap to get money to provide scholastic materials to schools for children with disabilities. We have also been teaching kids in schools to bake bread and buns. We either sell this off or donate them when we have projects. And the money that comes from these proceedings is purely used for charity, 100% of it. We have done so much in the health sector as well. We did visit the Uganda AIDS Commission for the people living with HIV/AIDS. We have visited the Uganda Institute of Children Living with Cancer. We visit hospitals and health centers. We provide items to pregnant mothers, to people that are in hospital and probably need a hand. We have done quite a number of community service projects as well. We have been to slums. Uganda has a population of 44.27 million, like I said. Funny how that population is seated on approximately 121,000 square kilometers. What am I trying to pin at? There are lots of people that are living in limited space, and this entirely causes dwellers in slums. Now, there are quite a number of slums, and I must say this is on the increase. And slums are categorized with high crime rate, resulting from the high population. The prostitution is going to come in, and so many other things. So often we visit those slums, we visit orphanages, we visit centers for abandoned children and the society in general. We talk to these children and make them look at a very different version of life and tell them, look, we understand what you're going through, but we want to assure you, you are not alone. You're better, we so much believe in you, and you can be better persons. We have as well conducted blood donation drives. We have sensitized the public about good hygiene and good health practices. And we have been at the forefront of sensitization among people to live in peace and harmony. The Kiwanis movement in Uganda has been a very successful one. For the time it has actually been here, we have been a bond between the rich and the poor. Most of the times, we appeal to the rich to extend a hand to the poor. We appeal to companies, to established entities, to find something small out of their proceedings, to probably lend a hand to people that need it. We have been very fundamental in the fight against the coronavirus pandemic. We have provided food for starving families, and this we are so much continuing to do. We are sensitizing the masses to observe standard operating procedures, to take good care, and above all, restore hope. Hopelessness in Uganda is on the increase. I don't want to sugarcoat this, and neither do I want to refer to it with any tasteful term. Majority of Ugandans are unemployed. Majority of Ugandans survive on hand to mouth. Majority of Ugandans are facing challenges that nobody is even in proper position to explain to what the people are going through. I, as a person, I think situations like this come with lots of hopelessness. We as Kiwanis have taken on the mantle to encourage, to motivate, to spread the gospel of hope, joy, and happiness. And trust me, this has been tremendously well appreciated by the entire public. In addition to that, we've added our voices to billions of other voices to advocate for the rights of children, women, and persons with disabilities. We continue to share mechanisms to raise self-confidence and break the ties of stigma and judgment based on prejudice and physical ability. On a recent conversation that I was holding with a youth livelihood, where I happened to be a speaker of the coalition, I was actually challenging colleagues on the use of the word disabled. And I was telling them the reference of disabled is already offensive. I want to think people living with disabilities are not disabled. They are abled differently. It is very true there are things they cannot do, but I still have so many reasons to think there are a number of areas that they have lots of strength and a number of things that they can accomplish. I spread the gospel in Uganda. I spread the gospel in our Kiwanis projects, in all the people we meet. We want to be judged by our strength and abilities, not by things we cannot do. I speak with so much happiness to re-echo the fact that the Kiwanis movement in Africa, and particularly in Uganda, has been a well-appreciated idea that has contributed so much to the social and economic development of the country and the welfare of the people at large. In as much as I consider the Kiwanis movement in Uganda so much success, I still won't be ashamed to say we have had so many challenges here and there. And challenge number one is, at first, we got doubted. The movement did not have direction. There was little or no information about Kiwanis. And the most challenging bit of it was, in Uganda, zero it down to I am currently in Kampala. And I must say the central part of Kampala has quite an overwhelming population. The word Kiwani without the S, the Kiwani, Kiwani, is a largely common word to mean something that is, how best can I refer to it? Something a lie, a joke, something that is funny. Because if you lie to someone here, or you actually told them about something and you did not accomplish, now someone would tell you, Echo Chiwani, meaning you lied to me or that is fake. Now, with the additional S, the Kiwanis, we really needed so much to explain to the people that look here, this is Kiwanis, it is different and it is here for the good cause. I, from the very deepest within me, want to tell you all that after we got doubted, we accepted to be tested, we did our very best, and currently we have proven worthy over time. I can tell you we are doing a very, very tremendous job in Uganda. Our challenge number two has been with access to finances. This is still a major challenge. Actually, it should be our biggest challenge we are facing. There is really a lot to do in the education sector, in the health sector, in the communities. There are still so many children that need a hand. However, the access we have to finances is really limited, I must say. The major reason as to why I keep following clubs on Facebook is I really want to know, how are these clubs coping? What is their way of soliciting for funds for projects? And what projects are they doing and how much are they achieving? Challenge number three is the working relationship between new clubs and pioneer clubs is still lacking. When I was sharing with Sir Stuart Spencer of Kiwanis Club Kingston, he was telling me Kiwanis Club Kingston started operation in 1974, 1964. Oh, he'll correct me on that. But I was looking at a couple of years of very, very good and tremendous service. And here comes clubs in Uganda that are 1 or 2 years old. I want to think continued connection between pioneer clubs and new clubs is going to be very key for the Kiwanis movement in Uganda. Challenge number 4 is there is still very low support from government and other established entities. We're a non-government organization that is doing its best, that is applying all the effort we can to serve the children of the world. I want to think this is better achieved if we can coordinate with government and then the other entities. At this point, from the very deepest within me, want to commend everybody on the platform, all the clubs that have representatives on this platform, and those that have not been able to log into the platform to listen to me share about the Kiwanis movement in Uganda. You are doing a very tremendous work. You're doing so much good in your various communities. Thank you for serving the children of the world. I, as a person, I am very, very, very so grateful and proud of each one of you at an individual basis. I love Kiwanis more than mere words can say. Allow me extend my sincere appreciation to the Kiwanis Club of Kingston, Jamaica, and the Kiwanis Club of Santa Cruz for such a wonderful opportunity. It was so much pleasing when I had two clubs had joined for a common cause. You're doing very wonderful work. I appreciate you. I also want to thank Sir Stuart Spencer. Thank you so much for believing in me. Thank you really, really a lot. When you told me you're giving me a platform and the opportunity to share with the Kiwanis Club of Kingston and Kiwanis Club of Jamaica for a 24 boy from Uganda, that was heavenly. I cannot express how so much grateful I am, but at least I want you to know I am so much grateful, sir. My last vote of appreciation goes to Sir Richard Olmsted Jr. Thank you very much for your guidance and mentorship. You have been a great milestone in my journey with Kiwanis. Thank you really a lot. Thank you everybody for listening to me. I must say you have been a very amazing audience. I welcome questions if there be when the time comes, I will gladly answer. When I was a little young, not so many years ago, I should have been young, but at least I can recall. My father used to tell me, a good speech should be like a miniskirt. It must be short enough to arouse interest, but long enough to cover the subject. With that said, I hope I have been able to achieve as stated. I'm so much grateful, so much happiness, sending lots of love and hugs to you all. Thank you very much. Warm regards from Uganda.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
DP Stewart?
Yes.
On behalf of President Richard, his internet is unstable, so he has asked me to move a motion for an extension of 25 minutes for the meeting.
I so move.
All in favor?
Okay.
Thank you.
Seconded.
Aye.
Okay, we're gonna open the floor for questions. It's just one thing I want to clarify. Michael, I noticed when you write your name, you put your surname first. But when we out here, we tend to put our first name, our Christian name first. Is that correct for you? So that's why you say Nkwanga Michael.
In the African setting,
is that's a tradition?
So much.
Yes.
Yeah. In the African, let me throw some light to that. In the African setting, we so much bow respect to the origin, to the center of originality. Yeah. My surname is Nkwanga, and then Michael is a religious name, a Christian name. So in Uganda, we go by surname first, and then the Christian name comes later.
Yes.
Regardless, Michael Nkwanga is still very okay.
Okay. Okay, the floor is open. Who would like to be, who ask the first question?
Hand was raised. If you look at the chat, my hand was raised.
Sarge.
Okay, go ahead, Aaron.
Yes, thanks. I am, I'm sorry, out of every bad comes good. And if it were not for COVID, we wouldn't even have realized we had a platform on which we could get such a wide audience. And we're happy to hear a young 24-year-old be so lucid in what he had to say about his country and his role in Kiwanis. I jumped the gun to ask to just let you know we are quite familiar with Ugandans from the athletic and football prowess at our schoolboy level. And my alma mater enjoyed, and I forgot his name, but that's because of my
Ari,
right.
Import.
He did very well in football, and he even ended up, well, he injured his leg, but he was there at the final that we won after some 19 years, or was it more? And then he ran at the boys' championships. And you know, our athletic program here is the #1 in the world at the schoolboy level. So we're really happy that you can stay over in Uganda and join us here. And I've enjoyed your delivery. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Who is next?
Joey.
Okay. Yes, Ralston, go ahead.
Yes, I just wanted to say to Michael that I am absolutely taken aback by your presentation because you will understand that we have a love of what we term the motherland. And to see you as a young product of the motherland come and deliver like you did tonight is truly amazing and is very pleasing. I was about to ask the time in Uganda, but I understand it's now about 4 o'clock in the morning on Wednesday morning. So you're staying up to present to us, and we really do appreciate it. From your presentation, it seems to me that
Thank you.
from your presentation, it seems like Kiwanis has quite a way to go in Uganda in terms of
Yes, surely.
the proliferation of clubs. And so I want to encourage you that you are in a position at the right time to really expand Kiwanis across the length and breadth of your country. And I see great things for you and let you know that in the Kiwanis Club of Kingston, as a matter of fact, I speak for Jamaica, that you have persons here who are willing to assist within our ability. And so my thing is not to question, but to just assure you of our commitment to the Kiwanis movement in Uganda. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
I just have a comment from Michael.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
This is President Lorraine. I feel the passion that you have for not only Kiwanis, but for your fellow Ugandan. And I want to encourage you to continue the work and reach out to us, and together we can do this. Once again, I'm impressed with your passion for Kiwanis.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Let me just interject since there was a moment of silence. Michael, at age 24, I would have had absolutely nothing on my mind that would have been equivalent to what you are doing now. It just, maybe football, track and field, you know, whatever. But I mean, I'm just amazed by, you know, that fact you are 24 years old, you know, I guess you really are 24 because your Gmail account uses 1997. So I know you didn't make a mistake, you know? So I'm really amazed. Anyway, who else would like to ask Michael a question?
I would like to speak this one.
Go ahead.
My fellow Kiwanians, I like everybody I know on the meeting tonight. Absolutely blown away by your presentation. Wide ranging, deep. I mean, it gave us a history lesson on Uganda. Quick one. I noticed, well, outside of the challenge you would have had with the name, because you did explain Kiwani would have caused some challenges, right? But how is service clubs in general in Uganda are volunteering as a way of life? Is Kiwanis unique in that respect? Or there are other service clubs, private institutions that do what you are doing through Kiwanis?
Can I take that away?
Yes.
Yes, yes, the question is.
Go ahead, Michael. That's it for you.
Uganda being a third world country, I wouldn't so much want to pin the fact that volunteering and voluntary service is a way of life in Uganda. In Uganda, only a few people would stand out of their way, accept the pains, the challenges, and there's so much workload that comes along with volunteering. Kiwanis and the other voluntary organizations, I am attached to quite a number of them. In my place, I do all I can, anytime I can, to extend a hand to the less privileged and disadvantaged societies. Each time I am availed with a platform like this, however small, I make sure I am speaking life to the lives of other people. And this I so much encourage Ugandans to do. For me, charity is a way of life, and so has Kiwanis become. It is the same zeal that I want to spread to members of Kiwanis clubs in Uganda and Africa at large. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for that answer.
Okay, floor is still open. Michael, there was a section that you read earlier where you listed a number of the issues. And you mentioned children, girls, exchanging sex for pads.
Yes,
That really hit me. And I think you said you have a program where, how bad is it really?
Thank you really a lot for a keen observation. Now, about girls exchanging sex for pads, it is actually no news in Uganda. It is a thing that happens every day on a daily basis. How often does this actually appear in people's lives is that it has appeared on a number of TV stations, not once, not twice, not 3 times, but a couple of times. People in Uganda are poor, majority of them. Pads in Uganda cost approximately between 2,500 and 3,000 shillings. And here comes families that cannot even afford a meal a day. Sir Stuart Spencer, I want to assure you, the families deep down in villages that even find it hard to buy paraffin of 500 shillings to fuel their lights at night. This is actually happening. It is all over. I personally have many screenshots from NBS television, the national television, and this is actually happening. Much worse, it is actually on the increase in the pandemic. Girls exchange sex for pads, sex for books, sex for the smallest things you would ever hear of, this is actually happening. I don't know how best you can address this on an individual and club level. We try to solicit as much funds as we can to be able to purchase pads and distribute them to the girls that can actually not afford to buy them. We are training a number of girls on how to make reusable pads and how to keep them under good hygiene. Right now, I am running an initiative with the Youth Livelihood in Uganda. It is going to be the Class A schools extending a hand to the rural schools. We want to get a few things, pads majorly, from the first class schools and transfer them to the rural schools. That is the campaign I'm running right now. I'm hoping it will be a much successful one. Thank you.
Okay, who else would like to ask a question?
Well, I just have a comment. I'd like to commend you on those projects you mentioned that have an income generation component, such as the baking and the other project you mentioned. You know, that's very commendable because it's self-sustaining.
Thank you, sir.
This is not a question, but President-elect designate, that's your title, right, Michael? Are you
It's
hearing
President-elect. It's President-elect.
President-elect, okay.
I'm not sure when that.
All right, there are some persons in the group that would like your contact details. So if you can share them with us nearing the end. They would like to communicate with you and also invite you to their club meetings at some point. All right.
Oh, thank you very much, sir. I'll share that right away.
Thank you.
I see Demario McDowell hands up.
Yes.
Oh, go ahead, Demario.
Good evening, everyone.
Good
Michael,
evening. Go right ahead.
Good evening.
Yeah, Mr. Nkongwa, you've been very inspiring, and for someone as it's been said, so youthful, with such deep sociological concerns for his fellow man, it's commendable. Of course, there are many modes or many avenues you could use to help to raise some of the funds that you have to at different points. So being in Jamaica, through my president, I'd like to offer, whenever it is that you need it, give me enough time, one reggae artist for any entertainment event that you'd like to have. On Zoom, help to bring a sense of, you know, to help to give you a wholesome package, if ever you need that. If you need a reggae artist from Kingston and I can find that person for you, and the person is not too, you know, once the person is available, I will try my very best to help you to get a reggae artist to make your package down there in Uganda attractive to some of your very own people. All right? I can do that.
Thank you so much, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, Demario. Anybody else has their hand up in the chat? I'm not exactly looking at it now.
Yes, DP Stewart, there are two persons and they're from Uganda. Well, one is from Uganda, one is from downtown Kingston.
Okay.
So we'll take Uganda.
Yes. Let's take Sesamanda. Sesamanda.
Okay. Thank you so much, Tim. I have two issues. One, I want to appreciate my colleague, Nkwanga Michael, and I must proudly mention that he has made a very wonderful presentation, and he has talked about basically facts that are happening in Uganda. And I'm proud to say he's my student, though he looks a bit more energetic, but he's my student. But now at a colleague level, we are working together. Yes, briefly, I will say, as an addition, that I'm also a teacher by profession, a volunteer by choice, a social worker by nature, and I'm passionate about giving back to the society using the available means. And I must say, much as challenges are quite many, as mentioned, but this lockdown has taught us so many things and opportunities. One, like the fact that we can meet. You see, we have two categories. We have those that have ideas and the areas that need help. And then we have those that have the capacity to help, but they have nowhere to. And then we have those that need information and those that can share information. So for the virtual platforms, we are grateful that despite the challenges, despite the lockdown and COVID, there is always that positivity that shows us the opportunities that are ahead and that can avail us with the support and the avenues to help others uplift their spirits as we uplift ourselves. So I'm grateful for that. In addition, I want to give some kind of hope that much as challenges are more or kind of many, there is always a way. And as Kiwanis in Uganda, we hope to expand by working through partnerships. We have bigger plans. We normally discuss with him and Albert Cook from Nakawa, among others. I envision Kiwanis in Uganda beyond projects that are one time, but we want to see projects that are sustainable, projects that can encourage others to also do more. Think about like children's centers that are Kiwanis labeled and started, whereby you can even bring all other partners beyond Kiwanisi so that we have a joint effort to make some change. So my main appeal as an addition that much as challenges are many, but we are very strong as a team to add our voices, to add our energies, to use the available resources to empower and then sustainably see some change. It may not be a solution for all, but we believe our small efforts added can open opportunities and doors to those in need, and then we continue with that spirit of voluntarism. Otherwise, wish you well as Uganda, and then we actually believe that there is always a way. Small steps in the right direction will actually give us the best. Thank you, Kiwanians. We are proud of you from a distance. Thank you, Nkwanga, for the presentation. And thank you the two clubs for the invitations. This platform is really very important to us. You don't know what you've really done to us. It's very, very important because it adds and supports to our struggle to make other Ugandans understand, appreciate, and then join the movement. Thank you so much. I beg to submit.
May I just add something that this is being recorded, so it is to be on YouTube. So I will let you know. In fact, it's streaming live now on YouTube. So if you want to be able to share that, you will be able to share it with other persons who may not have been able to join us this evening. That's what I just want to let you know that. And I'll send Michael the link.
Okay.
Okay. We seem to be winding down, but we can take a few more and then.
There was someone from downtown Kingston.
Go ahead.
Okay. Thank you, Major Reese and team.
The hand came down, so I wasn't sure who.
No, I didn't put it down. Maybe somebody.
I did an error.
Go ahead.
Okay. Ukwanga Michael,
Okay.
I am extremely grateful and delighted to see a young man that is 24 years of age of Uganda descent to make this very impressive presentation tonight. You really lift up my spirit. For some persons
Thank you so much,
outside the African continent, they have a different views of what is in the head space of a young African man. So you have actually demystified those impressions that some of us may not be thinking right, but you have made it known that that's not the case, that yes, there are some persons who might not be doing the right thing, but there are persons who are actually doing what is right. I would like to commend you and also ask you and your team to continue to spread not only Kiwanis, but voluntary service. That is what builds nations, and that's what makes a nation to be a better place. I'm using this opportunity to let you know that you are not alone in this. Whenever you are doing your service and you need extra hands, Kiwanis Club of Downtown Kingston, we will be supporting you all the way. And fellow Kiwanians right on this platform. So personally, I am thanking you as another brother from Nigeria that you really make me proud that at 24 years of age, I don't think I have that kind of capacity like you at your age to be able to deliver what you did tonight. So really, you make a difference to everything that I've seen for somebody of that age group that I know of where I come from. So on a lighter note, we will be keeping your number personally to see how best we could ask you and some other ones to share more with us about social service and what is going on in Uganda as a whole. Thank you very much for joining us tonight.
It's such a pleasure. Thank you so much, sir.
Yes, DP Stewart, I think we have time for one more question before we move to the voter.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. It's time for one more. Who would like to step up?
Well, I had just a quick query. I don't know if it was mentioned. Can I?
Yes, and I see Lloyd Distant Senior.
Go ahead.
Yes.
Yeah, I just wanted to know.
Okay, let's give Lloyd first.
Oh, yes, ma'am. Sure.
Marcel was on before, so he can go ahead.
Real quick, I was sorry. Fellow Kiwanian Michael, how big is the club in terms of the membership, and is it a male club, a mixed club? What's the makeup of the club?
Did you get the question, Michael? He's asking if it's a male club
or a male, female.
Members.
I beg your pardon?
No, my question is the size of the club in terms of your membership, and is it an all-male club? We are an all-male club. You want to
Are you following the question, Michael?
All male.
Well, you are a member of two clubs. What he's asking is it an all-male club, and what is the size of the membership?
Our clubs go for gender equality. We are gender sensitive. We both have male and female members. Kiwanis Club Nakawa has 7 male and 6 are female, making it a total of 13. Kiwanis Club Kasese has a total of 6. 4 are female and 2 are male.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome, sir.
DP Stewart.
Yes, go right ahead, DLG.
Senior. It was not my intention to comment but someone mentioned my name. And so I would just like to make a few comments. And the first one is, unfortunately, I joined the meeting late, but I was most impressed with the presentation made by Michael. At age 24, I certainly didn't have these thoughts on my mind. And so to listen to him outlining the challenges in this country and dedicating himself to, in an effort to alleviate those problems, I wish to commend him and his club, and also the other member from his club who spoke, and to encourage them to continue in their service. Michael, I've been in the movement for 52 years, more than twice the time you have spent on this earth. And I've seen and heard many commitments made. It is my sincere hope that the commitments you have made for your club and your country, that you'll be able to realize them. I think it's important, this meeting I think is important in the context of linking Kiwanis in Jamaica with Kiwanis in Uganda. And my incoming president, Athis, spoke a short while ago to you and extended an invitation from the Kiwanis Club of downtown Kingston. I must tell you that Athis is a Nigerian, and we also have another Nigerian in the club. So if you should migrate to Jamaica, you know the club to join.
Surely.
Just to say, congratulations and continue the good work. Very impressed.
Thank you so much, sir.
Okay, well, I think that's it for in terms of the Q&A. I want to thank all of those who have, participated and added to what was really a delightful presentation. I'd like to call on President Desiree, who has been designated as the person to give the vote of thanks to Michael Nkwangwa.
Thank you very much, DP Stewart. President Richard, fellow Kiwanians, friends, at the end of PE Nkwangwa's presentation, I simply said, wow. I had my hand on my heart because I was moved to tears when he mentioned what girls had to be doing for their sanitary pads. But my role tonight, it's not just a privilege. It's an honor for me and my pleasure to say to President-elect Michael, thank you, thank you, thank you. Your speech was moving, it was real, we felt it, it came from the heart and it touched us. I know I speak for everyone on this platform that it has opened our eyes, because in as much as we are like-minded people in this organization, it is that sometimes we become complacent and we really do not know what we have. But you have stirred up memories, and it's good that you have done so. And I'm happy that on an equal basis, you came looking and DP Stewart was there. Reach out and touch, because that's what Kiwanis is all about. I know that tonight after your presentation, you won't feel like Atlas, who thought he had the whole world on his shoulder. Jamaica is here for you. I'm happy that my club shared with the Kiwanis Club of Kingston tonight to have had the opportunity to offer to other persons too, to be on this platform, to hear what is happening in another part of the world, in our motherland, Africa. And I must say, thank you for speaking to us from the future, because you're 8 hours ahead. You're already at Wednesday. We are still at Tuesday. And I know it's a sacrifice for you, because based on what you said, you are very busy, and we want to hope that you'll be able to get even an hour to sleep before you get to it. Fellow Kiwanians, I know that I'm not speaking for myself alone when I just say a simple thank you. I'd also like to say thanks to the persons who have given President-elect Michael that sense of belonging, to say, hey, you know, there are people who are now rooting for me and my club and for fellow Ugandan, fellow Kiwanians in Uganda, rooting for us, and help is on the way. If it's even to know that you have sister clubs in Jamaica or brother clubs in Jamaica that are in your corner. You know, the night is far gone. But I was also impressed when you said, I found life in Kiwanis. And I'm happy that Kiwanis also found you. I'd like everyone on this platform to open their mics and send a round of applause for our guest tonight, a young man who is going places and
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you.
Michael, there is a certificate that I'd like to display. Michael, there is a certificate of appreciation that we normally do for members. And I just like to show it to you. We have to figure out afterwards, get it to you. Is it? Yes, it's on the screen.
Thank you so much, sir. This is really so much love.
Yes. Oh,
thank you so much, sir.
I was trying to make it a little bit bigger.
You can actually take a screenshot of it in the interim on his phone as well.
Yeah. But what I'm gonna do first is send him the image. Now I did 2 certificates. Yes. You know, this one is called Nkwanga Michael, and I did another one called Michael Nkwanga, just in case, you know, one was more appropriate than the other. So, but we just really extend the thank you, and I will send you these images later tonight. Thank you, President Richard.
Thank you so much, sir.
Oh, could I just add one thing? Let me just add one thing. Michael, we have a habit of after the meeting, you know, we play some music and sometimes we chat a little bit. So I did something. I said, let me see what kind of music are they playing in Uganda. And when I looked on YouTube and I saw some of the hits, I said, but that sounds like Jamaican dancehall. You know, and I was really getting into it. So if you are able to hang around a little after the meeting, I'm gonna play a little bit of what I found.
Let me ask him a question, though. Let me ask him a question. It is now 20 minutes, 4:45 in Uganda. What time do you go to work?
I usually go to work between 8 and 9 a.m.
Okay, all right.
Yes.
And how far do you have to travel?
Not really so far. Actually, I do not have work today. Reason being, we have been locked down for 42 days, and so far we have about 15 or 14 to go. So literally all this while we've been home.
Okay.
Okay.
Over to you, President.
Yes, thank you. You're confined, but you're not fined. Okay, but remain safe. I'm now going to invite PD Gladstone Mallet, Sergeant at Arms for this evening's proceedings, and he has been waiting. He has been waiting. I hope he is not too penal. Go ahead.
Could we ask you to close your mics, please? Please close your mics. There's some disturbance coming through. Please close your mics.
Am I being heard, sir? Hello?
Yes, Benny.
Yes,
we are hearing
yes,
you.
you're being heard.
Thank you very much, President Richard, for the opportunity, sir. It's a pleasure. I must also say to you, sir, that I'm a little rusty around my collar. I've done this job for a while. And also, I'd like to thank the Sarge, DP Hurl. I'm sure he did a good job. Knowing him, he leaves no stone unturned. I'm going to be trying to give a joke, but I don't know if I can find one that you guys have not heard before. I may have to go recycle one, because knowing him, you know, I know her. Anyway, let me do the job that I was asked to do, sir, and I will start with Kiwani Newton Ramdal. Is he still there?
No, he has left.
He has left. Well, I'm going to give you a message to give him. Find out from him if he has ever watched the movie Third World Cup.
Several times.
All right.
Not really.
You see where the cop, when the cop cornered the man down in the jungle and him didn't know how to use the gun and his magazine fell out. And he said, read your manual. Mm-hmm. You didn't read your manual. You didn't read your manual. You didn't know I was Sarge. I noticed you welcome statue Lord that was sitting right behind me and didn't say anything to me as a Sarge. $500 for that. Next time you recognize the Sarge.
Okay, sir.
DLG Willie. Yeah, my friend, you know. But listen, you ever hear the story, Let Sleeping Dog Lies?
Yes, Sarge. Yes.
All right, sir. Well, you should do that. I'm in retirement and you wake me up. $500 for you, sir.
The lion sleeping.
When a lion is sleeping.
You're a sleeping dog.
What kind of dog are you?
All right,
You know, sleeping dog, sleeping man. When he's sleeping, sir, don't disturb him. Because, you know, but I'd also like to say,
what's your pedigree?
My good friend, VP Leo. Remember the days and VP Startwell. VP Startwell, I can remember, I noticed that he remembers things very well. About 10 years ago, we went to an interclub in Montego Bay, and I told him that make sure that whenever time he goes to interclub, if I don't see him as the Sarge, consider himself not there. And I saw him tonight, was sitting right in front of me. So very good, Startwell. I must congratulate you for that. And for that, there's no charges. DP Desmond, Bachelor, is my good friend as well. But sir, we can't mix friend with business. $200.
Yes, Sarge, I'm listening to you, sir.
Yes, sir. You heard the fine, right?
No, sir.
$200, sir. If you don't hear this, it's free.
All right, sir.
And Raleigh, who is my good friend, boy, trust me, we can't do it. I hope the president has a way of collecting these money, get this money into the kitty and not by just, you know.
You will have to pay and then collect.
No, sir, $500 for you for saying that, you know. I'm a new Sarge. But I'm recording. You're recording, okay, sir, yes. So all the other Kiwanians who have not called, I hope that you use your discretion and raise the pot.
Who's picture on the wall behind us, Sarge?
And for my joke, sir, there was this young lawyer, maybe as young as the speaker. He went. I'm gonna try. He went bird shooting, and he went on a farm, and he shot a duck. The duck fell over another person's property, and he was about to climb over the fence to go retrieve the duck when an old man drive up into a little old truck and say, "What are you doing?" He said, "Well, I shot the bird and he fell over that property and I'm going over there." He said to him, "Nah, man, you can't go over there. That's my property, and what is my property is mine." He says to him, "Well, listen, I'm a big lawyer from the city, you know, and I will sue you for every penny that you have if you don't let me go and get my duck." He said to him, "Oh, you're from the city, so you don't familiar with how we solve these little things down in the country?" He says, "No." He says, "Are you familiar with the 3-kick rule?" He said, "No, what's that?" He said, "Well, what we do is that, and nothing like that, we give each of us kick one another 3 times, and we kick each other until the man who can't take no more kick give up. The next man win." He said, "All right." Because he was young and strong and the little old man. He said, "All right, I will go." The old man said to him, "All right. You see, because it's my property, I get to kick first." So he said, "Okay, no problem." So he stepped out of him truck and then the cranky old man with having a steel toe shoes come down. And the first kick him land into him side, him drop on the ground and him squeal and roll. The second kick him land him is into him short ribs. And him bend up and him going for about 15 minutes, was going on the boat and kick him again into his heart. And he spread out and he grown and mourned for about half an hour. And then he come up and said, "All right, it's my time to kick now." The old man laughed and said to him, say, "It's all right, man, you can take the duck." Yes, sir, that's it.
Good start.
You must tell us when to laugh.
Don't watch him here. Don't watch him.
It's all right. Yeah, we don't laughing.
Okay, thank you. I now invite Secretary DLG Willie and Secretary Chevanese Fagan to bring the announcements, notices and announcements, and interclubbing opportunities.
May I ask Secretary Chevanese if she'd like to go first? I'm not sure if she have any announcements. Chev? Chevanese, you there?
Good night. Okay. Oh, good night. Just informing everybody that LG Colleen will be at her club next week, Tuesday. That's next week, Tuesday. Let me just be exact. The 20th of July. All right. So as much persons like as can interclub with us, we will really appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay, fellow Kiwanians, regarding notices on August the 12th, please make a note in your diary. We're collaborating with the Kiwanis Club of Cyber Connect and the benefit performance about the Dawson State, Mojo and Flow at the Little Theater, starting at 7:30. Ticket price is $2,000. We will be collecting the tickets this week. On August 24th, that's next month, we're hoping to have an induction ceremony where it's planned to induct 3 new members into the club. For those who like, make a note, on September the 12th, where the Kiwanis division is having, well, Kiwanis for Disability Day church service is being held at the Boulevard Baptist Church, 9 o'clock. That's September the 12th. And on September 26th, President Richard will be having his end of administration church service. Regarding the clubbing opportunities, tomorrow, 6:30, Michael Circle K inviting us to their meeting. Let's Talk JSL, breaking the barriers in nonverbal communication. guest speaker, Kamar Grove. However, the meeting details will be sent out in the morning. I will also request President Joshua if he do that as well. On Thursday, Kiwanis Club of Mandeville is inviting their guest night. That begins at 6:30. Thank you very much, Richard. Over to you, President.
Thank you. I now invite Stuart Spencer to bring us the thought for the week, after which I'll hand over to President Desreen for the termination.
Okay, thank you, President Richard. I have two thoughts as usual. The first one is focus on the little things you can control, and the bigger picture will come together by itself. And the second one, I'm going to borrow this one from something Michael said tonight. He said, people who live with disabilities are not disabled. They are just abled differently. So thank you. And that's our second quote. Thank you, Michael. Back to you, President.
Thank you. I now hand over to President Desreen for the...
Thank you very much, President Richard. It has really been a wonderful, wonderful evening. I am very, very happy to have been a part of this meeting. You know, I'm going home, I have a sense of fulfillment. You know, it's like when you go to church and you really feel something. You know, I was so happy to be sharing this evening. And I hope there will be repeat performances in the future. I'm hoping that one day we can meet, not virtually, but meet where we can reach out and physically touch. Maybe we will even get to Uganda. In the meantime, I'm sending warm Kiwanis virtual hugs to everyone. And at this time, I ask that we raise our imaginary glasses in toast to Kiwanis International, a friendly Jamaica, a friendly Uganda. God bless you all. Safe journey to your beds. And this meeting at 4 minutes to 9 o'clock is terminated.
Good night, everyone. Stay safe.
Very clean.
I'm now looking forward to hearing the music.
Recording the rally.
Okay.
Sister G.
Yes, Raleigh, why are you calling me? That young Kiwanian is so knowledgeable. We'd like to have him out here, staying out here. Don't you think so?
Yes, yes.
Anyway, we won't give up the older ones that are here. Have a great evening, everyone.
Thank you. You're not staying for the music.
Well, but Desmond not playing the music. He plays some that I'm not interested in.
Stuart.
Not Desmond. DB Stuart playing tonight.
Okay, I'm gonna play. This is some music from Uganda.
Oh well.
I'm sure you can dance to it.
Interesting.
President Desreen.
There's
hearing it all enough, too.
have to go put on the llama.
I know.
I'm trying to get President Desreen.
I'm still here. I'm still here.
Tell me something.
Yes.
There was a shop. Do you still keep the Kiwanis meeting upstairs?
Yes, we do, but they're renovating. It's not St. Elizabeth Credit Union anymore. It's now CNWJ. So there's major renovations going on.
There was a man, Nelson, was a member of your club?
He still is.
I want to find out, is his wife still at the shop?
Yes, she's still at the farm store.
That's Grace.
Yes.
Grace and I were in high school together,
Music.
and I've been trying to get in touch with her.
Okay, I'll ask DP Stewart to
Yes.
give you ask him to give you my number, and I'll send you past President Tom's contacts.
Good.
Yes, so you can
Looking
get
forward to that.
Yes, yes, ma'am.
DP Stewart, in case you think we're not hearing anything, we're only seeing it on the screen.
Yes.
So you need to share your sound. DP Stewart.
Hi, Stottrell.
Hello.
How you doing?
All right, thank you, my dear.
You look bright and bushy-tailed. They don't ask you to be sergeant anymore.
No, they run me.
I wonder why.
They can't pay me.
Well, I can understand that there are not any fundraisers now, so we have to.
Sorry, we're not hearing the music.
No.
Pictures
He's on the other. He's on the
Hi,
other.
Scotland. Lloyd Distant here.
Lloyd, how are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
All right, how is business?
Good, man. All things taken into consideration.
And my friend who I taught at Michael, is she with you still?
I don't remember who that is.
She's light complexion.
I don't remember.
All right.
All right. Take care.